Hi guys, my name is Divine Essence. I'm going to be doing your video today, and I'm doing the Divine Feminine's reading to the collective. For today, I've already shuffled the cards. I have them sitting. I'll tell you about me. I'm the Divine Feminine. I have been with my masculine since 2009. He was definitely the runner and I would have been the chaser. The divine feminine and the divine masculine dynamic is a very funny one, and it is definitely a journey, and it's healing, and it is probably one of the highest journeys that you can go through into self-understanding once you kind of really move into a higher perspective. So I'm just going to ask Spirit now to come and be with me so I can read for the collective and for the highest good of the divine feminine at this time. So asking my ancestors, Mother Earth, the angels, I ask God, my collective, and the collective of those involved that I read for, to help and assist me now in the messages that I give forward towards the collective. Thank you for the message that I received for the highest good of all. Thank you. So if you guys like, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing readings regularly. Thank you to angels and sisters. Please help me with messages. Three of Wands has been coming out a lot. So Three of Wands is the first card. And I like to get my cards out before I start reading. I like to see like what's coming. These ones fell out first. And then these ones kind of fell out after. Okay, so on the bottom there's a tower involved in the situation. We got the Three of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Empress, and the Ace of Swords. So basically I see here that the Divine Feminine is waiting for her ships to come in this situation. Because of a lot of the changes, you see the tower here, we are being asked to move into our higher good as the King of Pentacles. So we now have to basically ascend a lot of these lower polarities of the third dimension and the third dimensional hold that we are in for many lifetimes. So this is where we were feeling trapped in something that didn't serve us and not seeing us. So we had limiting beliefs. And so this put us in a physical bind, put us in a mental bind. And so we were bound by a lot of these things, okay? Physical things, mental things, elemental things, situational things that put us in a Five Pentacles situation to where we were feeling left out in the cold. So to avoid this energy any further, this is why the Queen of Wands has been coming out for the Divine Feminine very often. So we now have to, the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very deliberate, somebody who is very beautiful, somebody who is very powerful. This person is wearing yellow. So the Divine Feminine now is sitting in her solar plexus, moving forward, creating, and she is demanding her power. So whether she is using moon energy, whether she's using the sun energy, whatever it is, she is standing in that energy to create what she wants while she's waiting for her ships to come in. This is the energy the Divine Feminine was sitting in the past energy, waiting quite a bit for the Divine Masculine and for the situation to resolve. So because of the conflict, she couldn't sit down and wait, for somebody to do the right thing, to have the discipline, the maturity, and the stability to do the right thing. Okay, so this person has been, yes, showered with a lot of things, but now we are to be showered with these things, and we want to move out of the energy of conflict. Why we have to move into the King of Pentacles energy. And so what's very funny is we see the Empress. The Empress is very spiritual, like the High Priestess, but she is connected to nature. And because of her connection to nature, she is in the vibrational energy of creation. So while we're in the vibrational of creation of energy, naturally we are powerful. Naturally things come to us. We don't have to worry for how things are going to come. So when we move out of this energy of feeling trapped in something, feeling, all of these things that we felt for so much lifetimes on a DNA level, we can master ourselves. Okay, we can create this King of Pentacles energy. What they're asking us to do alchemically is to master ourselves so we can come out of this situation. Now, because we stand in our truth with the Ace of Swords here, we know what the situation is. We know that this is a bind. We know that this is a lower contractual value in the 3D, and this is why we are being called to ascend this. Okay, so we know that the situation here is over, and we know that we will get this offer. Okay, but we want to move out of deception, because yes, we know that the Divine Masculine is committed or tied down in something for whatever reason. So we need to keep our focus to create what it is that we want and defend ourselves, because we know that this is our love, this is our past life connection. So as we master ourselves in our truth, we can move forward, and that's what we're wanting to do. We are wanting to move forward for this new beginning, but we are going to create it. Spirit is giving us the ability to create what we want. Okay, so this is so beautiful. So now I'm using, I think, the Tarot of the North for this part. So we got on the bottom 4 of this, exactly like what I was talking about, the Matrix. And this is something that we have been through. This is what we've been holding on to. This is something that we've identified with, right? But as she wears the purple over her head, we have that ability to create. As she wears the yellow, you can see that we have the power to use our throat with spirit. Our crown is in purple, which is also spiritual protection over what we're creating with the yellow. Like I said, using our solar plexus and our personal power to use our throat because of our truth and create what it is that we desire to see going forward in our union, in our life. Okay, so we see that the death, okay, is coming here. So there was a death of something, and we wanted to wait for our ships to come in. Okay, so that death is meaning that there's a new beginning, which signifies creation. Okay, so we are moving into a new beginning, creating something. Now, this King of Pentacles was with the Queen of Swords, for sure, which is a karmic. This is how I look at it. And we can see that here by the conflict. The conflict we were going through was with this Queen of Swords and this King of Pentacles. Okay? And there's a death here and here. And there's also a tower in this situation. So this person who felt trapped, and even if we want to look at this in the other way, this Divine Masculine who felt trapped in this conflict with the Queen of Swords and the Empress, the Divine Feminine, there's a tower here. Somebody does not feel trapped anymore. Some foundation has fallen down and the truth has been illuminated in the situation. Because I feel like this Empress has really pulled her power back out of the situation, and that's why, because she's defending herself, pulls her power back. Like I said, she is defending herself from going through a situation like this. she doesn't want to be left out in the cold anymore. And she's defending herself in this truth to recreate a new foundation with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to go into the past life. Sometimes I'll pull like 2 rows, just like how you see 2 rows there. But I'm going to go right into the past life. Like I said, I shuffled already. So I'm just going to get these cards out here. So persecution. For your beautiful messages. Okay. So this might be here. So what I got on the bottom here is Asia, and you see person is in yellow again. So this is your personal power here. So your personal power might be through your spirituality. Your personal power might be through your kindness and your resolve of peace that you have. Okay, you see that there's also a tower in the background, and this tower looks like it has had some lifetime, some destruction, or these people from ancient times in their DNA have always been kind and have always used their personal power to be kind. Okay, so while you were kind, it's saying that you're waiting for your ships to come in, I feel, for your fair treatment for what you want to create, because you've gone through quite a bit of persecution. You are a healer. You are somebody who works with energy. Like I said here, you work with the sun, you work with the moon, whatever the case is. As the divine feminine, you work with spirit. So I feel like because you've come into a new knowledge set, because you've come into a new awareness about who you are, you can no longer be bind or bound. And you could see bind or bound. That's what the karmic would have been using, bindings or bounds. Okay, this person is very knowledgeable. This person is very aware how to bind somebody, and that was the conflict. And this is why you are being called to be a monk or a nun. You are being called to spirituality, you see, so then you can call out to your guides, to your whatever you believe in, God. You can call out to your ministering angels. You can call out for protection, because you see that this person has been causing conflict. Okay, this person is causing conflicts, and what I got was binds. But there is a death to that because of your spirituality, because of what you're calling out to. This persecution, you are starting to realize who you are as a spiritual being. So where you felt trapped in the past, you're having a tower for that. You're not feeling trapped anymore. You're standing in your power with your spirituality and nature, and this is a new birth for you. Okay, so a lot of times people will see this and, oh, there's a baby, and no. This is a new birth for you. Okay, this is a new spiritual birth. This is a new beginning. This is where you take up your true lineage. This is where you take up your true heritage. And so you can't go through any more loss, because you're defending yourself with your spirituality in your truth, because you're going through a war. This is a war, okay? So we might not see it physically, and yeah, we do see it physically, but when we're dealing with wars and battles, before, like let's say we look in the Bible, whatever, anytime, troops, Canaan, whatever group it was that went out to war, a lot of times they'd pray and they'd say, can we go forward? Do we have your hand? Will we win? And then God would answer them back and say, go forward, you'll win, or don't go, you will lose. So basically, as the divine feminine, look at the word divine. This is a sacred contract. This is a spiritual relationship. We are being called as energetic beings. We are called as the 144 energetic beings to come into alignment to defending ourselves. Okay, defending ourselves from being in this lower level situation with this King of Wands. Okay. Okay, so yes, we need to have forgiveness, and yes, we have to use our spirituality and religion. Okay, we need to use whatever it is that we need to use in order to defend ourselves from these things and from these attacks. And we need to come into union and into alignment with union. And alignment with union is within oneself, and then it is mirrored into the universe. So we can only create that with God and then ask for that to come back to us, right? Okay. And just one more, and I'm now using Angels of Atlantis, because anytime I pull the past life cards, I like to pull the Angels of Atlantis cards over. One more card, please, for the 7 of Wands. One more card for the 7 of Wands. One more card for the 7 of... Oh, that's a lot, and I'm not doing that. And yeah, sometimes it's like in YouTube, but whatever. Okay, so we got under gratitude. So we need to be thankful for everything that we've harvested, and harvested is energetically, and you could see that all this energy here of green, which is of the love of, which is of the heart chakra, right? So we're using gratitude right now in this bountiful energy of, like I said, union within yourself, and that is a love energy, that is unconditional love energy. So when you are thankful, when you are truly thankful, regardless of what situation you're in, regardless of what your divine masculine did to you, the karmic, or whoever did to you, go on the higher level of realizing what you've learned and being thankful for this journey, then you will really come into the higher perspective and the higher truth. So here, the Queen of Wands is a very romantic woman. She exudes romance, and you see these two flames here. This is kind of really beautiful, right? These two flames here is, to me, significant of two souls, and this passion, this union, this heart, you're waiting for this to come in. This Queen of Wands wants to create more passion and more romance, and she, like I said, was trapped, okay, for this energy that she exuded. They didn't understand her personal power for all of these lifetimes, okay? And so she now is reconnecting with that romance within herself, and that same romance is going to come to her. So the transmutation here, the monk or nun, the spirituality, this crown chakra, like I said before, this crown energy of creation, you are moving into a higher energetic vibration, and Archangel Michael is helping protect you in fusing into the King of Pentacles energy. Because once you fuse into that energy, there is no longer any need for a karmic. So you right now are moving out of this conflict energy into a higher level of spirituality, which is transmuting the situation into a higher good, okay? And you need to have courage, okay, through this new birth, not to feel trapped in anything that is lesser than who you divinely are. You need to have courage to build what you want. Use this energy. Use this energy to move forward, because you are having this energy from coming out of loss, from coming out of being alone. You're defending yourself with this war that you're going through by developing new friends. Okay, this light that's coming from this purple creation and this red that we see in the cards, it's fusing here with this transmutation in order to create that energy, like I said, of unconditional love. And what does it do? It creates abundance. It creates a bounty. So you need to have courage to move forward and have faith and see with your crown, see with your third eye what it is that you want to create. Okay, only what you want to create, nothing more than what you want to create. That's what's so important here. So we're just going to ask for a couple more cards. go. Sorry guys, my babies come here. Okay. My mind's telling me. Okay, no, we don't want R. Kelly for my baby right now. Okay, here. There you are. Okay, go sit down. Okay. Okay, so then put it on. Find one, okay? I'm doing something now. Which one do you want? This one? Okay. Now, we have here discovering truth. Okay, so you see that this death here, anytime you discover truth, because you say the truth will set them free, right? Because you stand in this truth as the Queen of Wands and with that Ace of Swords here, right? You know what you deserve. You know what your right is, and you're leaving a situation to where you felt left in the cold. You're leaving that energy of being in the energy of loss because you stand in truth. You know what this journey is about. You know you have to be into union energy. You know you have to be at a high frequency, and this is why you have to wait for your ships to come in. This is why you have to move forward with your life, because energetically it was an impasse. You had to reflect. You had to redirect your energy. And what are you redirecting your energy at? Becoming the King of Pentacles. Okay? And you're spiritually putting your energy in your spirituality in order to get over this wall. Okay? Because this wall is energetic. The walls that are built between twins are energetic. Like I said, this is a conflict. The conflict is the wall. So once you can remove the conflict within yourself by merging and transmuting that energy, you can look at everything from a new vantage point. So you're going to view this from above. You need to see the big picture. You need to see that this has been going on for lifetimes. You need to see how many air balloons are in the air of people going through this. And maybe you don't see it because they're not saying it, but you feel it. Maybe you just know it, you know? So you need to have courage to move forward, okay? And really look at this from a high perspective. Because you see the Empress here, it's almost like the Emperor, right? So that's what I'm saying, like you need to have courage to merge the masculine and feminine in order to move this to a higher point. And you are taking shelter like the Hermit with your light here, really looking at your own house, looking at inside of yourself and bringing on the light into your own home. That's defending yourself, bringing more higher level energy. You see this star here. This is your destiny, okay? So you're looking at this war. You're looking at how many other people are in this war. You're taking shelter from putting your energy in it the way you did before and moving to a higher vantage point. Just wait 1 second, okay? I'm almost done. So I like to, get lots of clarification. So because I didn't pull the other one, so yeah, you're creating what you want. You are creating what you want. You stand in the light of truth. You are working with the Creator to create the situation that is ideal for you. And so the Creator is offering you this cup. Okay, and this cup here, if you always look at it as your own cup, but this cup, like I said, has been you asked for. You are going into creation. You are going into spirituality because you've realized, like I said, who you are. You were imprisoned for this energy. You were imprisoned for lifetimes for this ability to create. Okay, the divine feminine has the natural ability to create. That's why this Empress is on the board. So you're going to move from this wall because you cannot create in chaos. That is chaos energy that is being used. So you're going to use a higher energy, which is coming from source, okay, in order to transmute, which is an energy shift, an energy exchange, a change, okay? Now, this is all what you've worked on. This is all what you've worked on. This is all what you've done. This is all the seeds that you've planted. And these are all the pentacles that are grown. 7 is a very spiritual number, okay? So I believe that what you felt trapped in and what you were holding on to, you need to view it from a different vantage point. As the Empress, you also created. And now you have the ability to really soak these seeds in that nature. You see, nature is all around here in this nature energy, and being soft, being natural with it, being very creative with it, and just understanding that you are not trapped. You have the ability to co-create all of your desires. Okay? And so that means see your worth, see your value. Uriel is all about sight. So you're taking shelter to, like I said, not be in the 5 of Pentacles energy. You need to see your value and you need to see your worth in this war. You are amazing. You are lovely and you are beautiful. And just one more, trust and faith. Trust and faith that this truth and that you are creating what you want to see, and you can create this spiritually. And I love this, that this came out. Listen, you guys, this is really important. We are creating the energy of Atlantis. Before the grid of power and control came in, this is what we are creating. We're creating Atlantean energy. And this here, okay, this transmutation, this cup that we're being offered, this is what we're being asked to do as the 144. Mommy, okay? You didn't do the house. One second. And like I said, I told you, this person that you were connecting with, you were connected with in a past life. And this person, you were romantically wanting to get involved with them in this lifetime. Okay? And you need to understand that you feeling trapped in not being confident or not seeing your value or not thinking that you can create something. Once again, you have already planted the seeds. And they are miraculously going to burst forth because you are putting the right seeds, the right words, you were putting the right water over them, okay? And you need to have courage to see this from the higher vantage point and know that you are going to be able to create Atlantis on Earth again by seeing your worth. Okay, so this food and hunger issue that you had, this 5 of Pentacles, you overeating or you soothing yourself with, say for instance, this has to do with codependencies. You're defending yourself by really seeing your worth, by trying to meditate, by trying to eat what's valuable for you. You are rich in your fabric of who you are, not what you necessarily put on. And yes, what you put on is very rich too, but your own very substance is the 9 of Pentacles. Everything that you look at comes to gold, comes to pentacles. So you're taking that shelter, you're really looking at yourself, you're really taking that time to see how shiny you are, how bright your destiny is, and then you're eating the right things, you're doing the right things for yourself so you can stay afloat and connect at the highest level possible, have the brightest light possible for your highest good and the highest good of all. You guys, I'm really thankful for doing this. I hope you guys like it. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm Divine Essence, and again, I am a divine feminine who's here to help the collective with the truth. So let's be grateful for this journey, and let's be grateful and come together and unite in this collective for the highest good of all. Love you guys. Bye.